This is a video reading excerpt from The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferris. Step 2. E is for elimination. Questions and actions. We create stress for ourselves because you feel like you have to do it. You have to. I don't feel that anymore, says Oprah Winfrey, actress and talk show host, The Oprah Winfrey Show. The key to having more time is doing less, and there are two paths to getting there, both of which should be used together. 1. Define a short to-do list, and 2. Define a not-to-do list. Here are several hypothetical cases to help us get started. 1. If you had a heart attack and had to work 2 hours per day, what would you do? Not 5 hours, not 4 hours, not 3, 2 hours. It's not where I want you to be ultimately, but it's a start. Besides, I can hear your brain bubbling already. That's ridiculous. Impossible. I know. If I told you that you could survive for months, functioning quite well on 4 hours of sleep per night, would you believe me? Probably not, notwithstanding millions of new mothers do it all the time. This exercise is not optional. The doctors warned you after triple bypass surgery that if you don't cut down on your work to cut down your work to 2 hours per day for the first 3 months post-op, you will die. How would you do it? 2. If you had a second heart attack and had to work 2 hours per week, what would you do? 3. If you had a gun to your head and had to stop doing 75 of different time-consuming activities, what would you remove? Simplicity requires ruthlessness. If you had to stop 3/4 of time-consuming activities, email, phone calls, conversations, paperwork, meetings, advertising, customers, suppliers, products, services, etc., what would you eliminate to keep the negative effect on income to a minimum? Used even once per month, this question alone can help keep you sane and on track. 4. What are the top 3 activities that I use to fill time to feel as though I've been productive? These are usually used to postpone more important actions, often uncomfortable because there is a chance of failure or rejection. Be honest with yourself, as we all do this on occasion. What are your crutch activities? 5. Learn to ask, if this is the only thing I accomplished today, will I be satisfied with my day? Don't ever arrive at the office or in front of your computer without a clear list of priorities. You'll just read unassociated email and scramble your brains for the day. Compile your to-do list for tomorrow, no later than this evening. I don't recommend using Outlook or computerized to-do lists because it's possible to add an infinite number of items. Use a standard piece of paper folded 3 times to about 2 by 3 inches, which fits perfectly in the pocket and limits you to noting only a few items. There should never be more than 2 mission-critical items to complete each day. Never. It just isn't necessary. They're actually high impact. If you're stuck trying to decide between multiple items that all seem crucial, as happens to all of us, look at each in turn and ask yourself, if this is the only thing I accomplished today, will I be satisfied with my day? To conquer the seemingly urgent, ask yourself, what will happen if I don't do this? And is it worth putting off the important to do it? If you haven't already accomplished at least one important task in the day, don't spend the last business hour returning a DVD to avoid a $5 late charge. Get the important tasks done and pay the $5 fine. 6. Put a post-it on your computer screen or set an Outlook reminder to alert you at least 3 times daily with the question, are you inventing things to do to avoid the important? 7. Do not multitask. I'm going to tell you what you already know. Trying to brush your teeth, talk on the phone, and answer email at the same time just doesn't work. Eating while doing online research and instant messaging, ditto. If you prioritize properly, there's no need to multitask. It is a symptom of task creep, doing more to feel productive while actually accomplishing less. To repeat, you should have at most 2 primary goals or tasks per day. Do them separately from start to finish without distraction. Divided attention will result mean more frequent interruptions, lapses in concentration, poor net results, and less gratification. 8. Use Parkinson's law on macro and micro level. Use Parkinson's law to accomplish more in less time. Shorten schedules and deadlines to force focused action and prevent procrastination. On a macro level and daily level, attempt to leave work at 4 p.m. and take Monday and or Friday off. This will focus you to prioritize and quite possibly develop a social life. If you're under the hawk-like watch of a boss, we'll discuss the nuts and bolts of how to escape in later chapters. On a micro task level, limit the number of items on your to-do list and use impossibly short deadlines to force immediate action while ignoring minutiae.